Hola, hello, and bonjour, and welcome to day two of the Mock Education Minister Summit. I am Sophia. I am one of the Malcolm campaign coordinators, and I want to welcome you Gates and welcome all the members of the public joining. We just need to remind you of reminder that sessions throughout the days will be held in Spanish channels for each session. The facilitator will let you know what to do at the beginning. This welcome will be in English, so if you need translation into Spanish, please join an interpretation language you would like to hear. The guidance on screen for better sound quality, and please mute the original audio. Thank you to our team of volunteer interpreters supported by Common Languages, and please be patient and share compassion with them. I also would like to remind all speakers throughout the day to speak slowly and clearly and avoid regional vocabulary, acronyms, and jargon where possible. And finally, we have a team available for technical support throughout the event. So please send a message via the chat box or the daily WhatsApp group if you need assistance. Those providing support will have technical support in their Zoom name. And so I will give you a little bit of time to join the relevant language channel, and you are seeing right now a slide with some instructions. Okay, so what an interesting and engaging day we had the first day of the Mock Education Minister Summit. It was a brilliant way to celebrate and take action International Youth Day, and we heard from a range of insightful speakers on a wide variety of topics in climate education, and delegates had the chance to meet with their fellow regional delegates and discuss our unified youth statement on climate education, and had some time to socialize all together too. Our day started with three insightful keynote speakers to set the scene for our Mock Education Minister Summit: Omia El Omari, Youth Envoy for the COP27 presidency; Anita Soina, a social change activist from the Maasai community in Kenya; and His Excellency Dr. Khaled Al-Ghurd, Chief Executive Officer and Vice Chair of Dubai Cares. And in between regional negotiation breakup sessions, we heard from more inspiring speakers on our climate education and international decision-making panel, such as Stefania Gianni of UNESCO and Hailey Campbell on climate education and climate justice. Remember that you can watch all of those panel sessions on our YouTube channel. And you also told us about key highlights of the days where by sharing, you can also right now share key highlights of your day by sharing with us in the chat box your comments, your personal insights. I had a lot of fun in the social chat. It was, I think, one of my favorite parts of the day, getting to know all of you. And as I said yesterday, it was just a very beautiful experience because we were all sharing so many valuable facts and all the love that we have for our regions. And I think the reason that we're here, because we really want to protect those environments and that culture. And that's why we care about climate education, because we want our future generations to know that these places existed and to be aware of that richness that we have in each region. So if you want to share a bit more of your highlights. And now we would like to invite a few delegates to share their reflections of the first day of the summit. So please remember to speak slowly and clearly for the interpreters. And the first person I would like to introduce and invite to the floor is Dominic, who is our delegate from Mexico. So Dominic, are you able to hear me, and are you able to turn on your mic and participate right now?
Yes, I don't turn on my camera because my net is not so good. So to avoid video. Hi, everyone hear me because my connection is unstable at the moment.
You're cutting a little, but we can't hear.
Okay. So yeah, I'm Domingue Vaqueiro, and I'm one of two delegates.
Dominique, sorry, we can't really hear you because of the internet. So why don't we pass on to our second delegate to hear from them, and then we can come back to you maybe at the end. Is that okay, Sophia?
Yeah, I think that would be great. So thanks, Dominique. We will go back to you soon. We want to now invite our second delegate, Mohammed from Lebanon. If you're able to turn on your mic and speak, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because I don't know the time differences that everyone is joining. My name is Mohammed Arnaoud. I'm from Lebanon. I'm from the delegation of Lebanon because there's other people also. I really wanted to share the insights of yesterday. Yesterday was very fruitful, very insightful. What I loved the most about it, it's because it shared the insights of other people that are active in our society. This was Genu Unlimited, UNICEF, all of these speakers. And what really shared me is because we shared insights from Asia and delegation, and like the Unified Youth Staff, we shared our insight, whether it was inclusion and how we can make it. For example, one of the things that I asked is about inclusion of youth of disabilities and neurodivergent. One of the things that really catch my attention is one of the speakers, Haley, that she said, always, connect with other NGOs and people that are working on climate education and climate justice. I think it's really important to highlight on that. And it really showed that in order to succeed in our mission in fighting climate, climate global warming and all of that, and fighting for including the curriculum of climate justice and climate education, we need to ensure that we have collaboration between other NGOs and other people that are interested in the field. So it really struck me because I'm new to this climate justice and climate education, but I'm more aware of that we need to hand in hand collaborate, whether it was nationally, internationally, or globally and regionally, in order to go to this goal. And we should also advocate for even, as this is for me in a personal experience, that we need to work also on a unified curriculum, because we believe that the change starts with the youth. And if we rely on governmental institutions, we cannot go there, because we need to take our first step and we need to have the credibility to do that, because the action starts with us youth. And thank you.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. It was really great to hear your reflections there. So I'm just stepping in while Sophia's internet connection is a bit unstable, but we'll continue with this session. And I'm now going to invite Theophilus from Nigeria to share their key highlights from yesterday. Over to you, Theophilus. Okay, well, Theophilus is here, but I don't think they're picking this up. So instead, I'm going to invite one of our mock COP campaign coordinators, Tamzalin, from Fiji, to share what you are looking forward to on day 2 of the Mock Education Ministers Summit. So Tamzilin, over to you.
Bola everyone. My name is Tamzilin. I'm from Fiji. Something that really excited about this event was that a lot of people from around the world will be here. They'll be witnessing this event, and we will be able to see the state of climate education from different countries, whether they are small island states or they are big countries who have a better understanding than other sort of countries who don't have that much of a climate education with the youth, with the children in school. So for me, growing up in Fiji, climate education has been something that has been part of my education, whether it was a small detail in an exam, or maybe it was something that we had to write an essay on. So we knew what climate education was, we knew what climate change was and what's going on in the world, because we see it every day. We are part of it. We see the effects. We grew up with it. So I'm excited to hear for day 2 from the education ministers who will be talking today, and how the challenges that we face, how we can overcome them as small island states or as the big countries. Because something that we have overcome, maybe some other countries haven't, and we would be able to inspire them or help them. So that is something I'm looking forward to today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tamzilin. That was really great to hear. So as many of you all know, COP28 is being hosted by the UAE this year. So I'd now like to introduce and invite Latifa bin Amro to speak, one of our mock EMS delegates for the UAE. So she is going to speak about her experience of the mock EMS and her hopes for COP28. Over to you, Latifa.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm very delighted to be here speaking to you today. I'm Latifa, 16 years old. I'm the national delegate of the UAE, and I'm going to give you a quick briefing about me. I'm a sustainability ambassador. I'm the first place winner in the Sustainability Awareness Challenge, and an alumni of the Youth Ambassadors Program, and a very passionate climate activist. I'm very excited for today. And the opening ceremony yesterday was truly full of inspiration. It was very interesting hearing different point of views about climate education, and like hearing the different backgrounds and stories that led to people, like the people sharing that and their different backgrounds. It was very insightful and full of hope to see everyone's potential and determination to make a change. I hope you can create more inspiration today and make our hopes a reality. I'm very excited to learn more in today's session and to have productive discussions and conversations with everyone that will hopefully lead to successful change. And as youth from the UAE, I'm very, like, everything around me reminds me of COP28, from the small details of the eco-friendly bracelets to the very big, very known year of sustainability 2023. I'm very excited for COP28, and I started counting down for this global conference. And as youth, I truly believe we'll be given opportunities to speak and be engaged in that conference. And I hope we can make change, inspire people, accelerate our mission. And I truly believe that this COP will be unique. As they previously mentioned, we are not only planning, but we're taking action. And this is what excites me about COP28. It will be full of engagement for youth, and it will be the start of the action. I believe it will make a change, engage youth, and empower them. And a very quick reminder that each and every one of you here today is very determined to make a change. And the biggest evidence for that is that you are here today. And no matter how big or small that change is, the determination you have is what's making you attend today's session. So I'd like to remind you to inspire people around you. So be green, be eco-friendly, and don't be afraid to take action and choose the environment first. Thank you.
Thank you, Latifa. That was beautiful and really kind of brought some energy to the start of the day. So we're now going to introduce the agenda for our second day of the mock EMS. Today is voting day. So throughout the day, we will be voting on amendments to our unified youth statement. And in between those voting sessions, we will also have some brilliant speakers and panel discussions, so lots to look forward to. As you can see, up on the screen now, we've got our agenda. So next up, we have our first voting session for delegates. In these sessions, we'll be discussing, debating amendments that were submitted before having a dedicated time for you to vote using our online form, which we'll be sharing throughout the day. For those that are unable to make those voting sessions, written notes from all sessions will be shared so that delegates can find out what was discussed if you weren't in those sessions before you decide how you wish to vote. Voting will remain open throughout the day until Monday the 14th at 7 a.m. UTC. So do not feel rushed in voting. We'll discuss and vote on the preamble and state of climate education section of the statement at 10:30 a.m. UTC. Then we'll be discussing and voting on our definition of quality climate education section at 1 p.m. UTC. And our asks and the checklist will be section of our unified statement will be at 4 p.m. UTC. So those are our three different voting sessions. And then at 12 p.m. UTC, we will have our really exciting conversation with Lorenzo Fioramonti, who is the former Italian Minister of Education, and we'll be speaking to him about how education ministers can be taking climate action. This is going to be a really, really fantastic discussion, so really do join if you can, and you'll have the chance to ask questions directly and get some tips about engaging with your own education minister, so don't miss out on this one. Then we'll also have our inspiring panel of youth activists exploring youth action on climate education. This panel is made up of 4 really brilliant young people. You may know some of these that are speaking, and they're going to be talking to us about their experiences, the campaigns that they have been running and what they are fighting for, and the kind of education system that they want to build. So that'll be at 3 p.m. UTC. Again, delegates, you can join us on Zoom. Anyone watching the live stream, do join us on YouTube again for that one. Then to close the summit, we have our final plenary, a summary of all our work this weekend, and a chance for delegates to share their thoughts on our final statement. This will be a closed session just for delegates on Zoom. At the end of the day, at 8 p.m. UTC, we'll have our closing ceremony. So again, please join us to round off the summit and hear from our amazing Mexican youth climate activist, Cher Bastida. The closing ceremony will be streamed once again on YouTube. So that's the Mock COP26 YouTube account. So we're super excited to have you joining us for day 2 and the Mock Education Ministers Summit. We hope you enjoy the day. As always, we're on hand to help you throughout the day. So please do send us a message using the chat on Zoom or our delegate WhatsApp group. And we're excited to have you all involved, participating again, and to hear all of your thoughts. So before we go, we just want to get a photo. If anyone does not want to be in the photo, please turn your camera off now. If you don't have your camera on and you would like to be part of the photo, which might be used on sort of social media, some of our comms, please turn it on and give a big smile. And let's raise ambition for climate education.